The city of Ekurhuleni will have a new mayor by today. Today. This follows the ousting of the DA's Tanya Campbell. The ANC's Mzwandile Masina was expected to make a comeback, but things have changed. They've moved quite significantly in the last while. eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila joins me now for an update. And I believe, Aviwe, you are joined by the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi. We'll hear from him in a moment, but we may not have a mayor to announce as yet, but we know for a fact now that that mayor won't be Mzwandile Masina.
Certainly the case, Pratula says, he's already alerted that he won't be standing. Says that, in fact, he's had his 5-year tenure and the odds are against him, so he's decided not then to stand for the mayoralship here. We understand that we were supposed to be underway here at around 10 o'clock already, but of course there's been breaks, adjournments after adjournments, where the caucuses have been happening, largely coming from the EFF, those adjournments and the proposals there. But we do understand there is, of course, those backroom discussions, the horse trading that's been going in the background, some of which I want to touch with the Gauteng provincial chairperson of the African National Congress, that's Panyaza Lesufi. Mdomkulu, thank you for joining us at eNCA. There's been a lot of horse trading, we do understand, at the background. Maybe tell us more. We do know that Mzwandile Masina won't be standing as mayoral candidate.
Thank you so much, and thanks for the opportunity. Indeed, we are in discussions. We are, I think, at the tail end of those discussions. We are of the view that we'll find each other with coalition partners that wants to work with us. And on the basis of that, we'll determine who is our candidate. If he's a candidate from another coalition partner, we'll also accept that. But for now, we're in the middle of those negotiations. I think they're going towards the tail end, and we'll know how best to handle the situation.
And what are those discussions looking like realistically at the background? We are hearing that the eNCA is willing not to field a candidate in Ekurhuleni in hopes of course, getting the mayoralship in Johannesburg.
Coalition discussions are difficult. Coalition arrangements are extremely difficult. They are not easy. And in some instances, they also run across ideological lines. And as political parties, you have to be extra careful whether you still have a political identity, you still maintain a political ideology, but most importantly, to serve people better in partnership with which political party. So it's extremely difficult. But overall, the negotiations are still on, and on the basis of those particular negotiations, we will be in a position to reach a settlement that will be acceptable to all parties that want to work with us.
As the ANC, what are you hoping to achieve, what the outcomes to be here?
Is to allow us to negotiate until the finish line.
Are you negotiating only for Ekurhuleni or the broader Gauteng?
It will be naive to think that the arrangement of Ekurhuleni will only affect Ekurhuleni. It has an impact in the province, has an impact in the country. So we have to be extra careful. And those are some of the reasons why we have to negotiate carefully and be considerate of the consequences of some of the arrangements.
Okay. And are you finding each other with the EFF? I'm going to be more frank now with the political parties. Who are you negotiating with, and is they finding each other then?
Well, it would be misleading your viewers if you say you're not talking to the EFF. You're talking to them as much as we're talking to other political parties.
And what do they want?
Well, they presented something to us. It's something that we're willing to consider, but it's give and take in terms of negotiation. So we presented our counter proposal, and they're also going through that counter proposal. As soon as they have a response, we also have a response. We'll go back to the negotiating table and conclude it.
Okay, and how soon then can we be underway? Yeah, seeing that it looks like these caucuses are still going to be ongoing.
They're ongoing until the finish line. I can assure you, until the last second of voting. I'm of the view that the negotiations will still continue.
All right, thank you very much. Provincial Chairman of the African National Congress there, Panyaza Lesufi, not wanting to be specific about the backroom discussions that are happening and the horse trading that's happening, but we are, of course, hearing from reliable sources that, we've heard from Masina himself that he won't be standing as the mayor, and we're hearing from reliable sources that in Ekurhuleni, the ANC is willing not to field a candidate, allowing the EFF chairperson, that is Nkululeko Dunga, to be elected as mayor in Ekurhuleni, in the hope of course getting that backing from the EFF in the other metros, for example like Johannesburg, which we do know also there is a motion that's coming there for the mayoral position there.